what transpired over many decades was the increased processing and shelf life of foods. So the wild and crazy things the food industry has done to keep things from rotting and to make them readily accessible, it really actually goes back to World War II, or World War I even, when they really needed to store large quantities of food, put it in cans and ship it overseas so soldiers had something to eat. Actually, I even think maybe Spam came from that period of time. It was a meat they could put in a can and they could, send over there and it would stay forever, until someone needed it. But I went down that rabbit hole of reading every single label under. Actually, I still don't understand what any of the scientific names are in the back of the food, and that is an indicator to me that I should not eat it if I can't read it, if I can't recognize it as something that came from the earth. It's probably not in my best interest or has been under-researched, over-promoted, over-utilized by the food system for reasons that aren't in my best interest. So I don't eat those foods. Something else that's happened in a really major way is really the excessive production of corn syrup. So our farming system is now based on commodity crops rather than a community-based food system that feeds the community where the food is grown. But it doesn't feed anymore the people that grow the food even. So farmers frequently are food insecure, which is quite ironic, right? Because they're producing commodity crops. And commodity crops are again based in the economy. And one result of commodity crops is that some foods are radically overproduced. And so they have to find something to do with that food because they have it and there's money to be had. So we find these overprocessed foods in our school lunches. We find corn syrup, as a prime example, in everything because it's cheap and ready and we have it and there's an economy based around it. I currently have some friends visiting from Budapest, Hungary, and they have noticed that everything in the United States is extremely sweet, and it's kind of thrown them off. But I suspect that's because they're not used to the level of corn syrup in their food that we have here in the United States.